Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture just to see how those incidents affect our daily lives. Listen, we got a couple of stories to kind of go over this with you this weekend that has been brewing up, and we thought we'd talk about them. Thank you so much for all of my subscribers. I am on a quest for 1,000 subscribers. So please hit that like button if you like what you see. Also hit that subscribe button. Once you hit that subscribe button, you'll be open to a plethora of videos of movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture that I have reviewed during my pop culture chats. Also, the last video I did, I reviewed Transformers. Go check that out. That's a spoiler-ish. It didn't spoil the movie for you. Go see it. I hope you like it. It was just fun. One thing I know about these comic book to reality or these cartoon to reality shows, I think a lot of times we forget that these are supposed to be fun movies. They're not supposed to be super, super serious. And this is not a super, super serious movie. But go check it out and tell me what you think about it. Leave me a comment below. All right, so we're just going to peruse the blogs and see what's going on. Let's see. Oh, I guess it's a shout out for Kelis. Apparently, she is dating Bill Murray. Bill Murray, he is a actor, comedian, white man. He is about, what, 70-something to her 40-something. So there's like a 30-year age gap. We do remember that Kelis's husband passed away over a year ago. I think he had some form of cancer. So I don't know where these two met. They seem to be, according to what the blogs are saying, they seem to be, dating and enjoying each other's company. Do you, Kelis? Do you, child? All right. We also see in the blogs, according to the Shade Room, that Takeoff's mother is suing the bowling alley venue where her son was killed. So apparently she has put in a lawsuit with the state alleging, let's read what she is alleging. That the venue failed to provide adequate security for her son. As you remember, last year, what was it? Last October, I think it was now. Wow, last October. Takeoff and Quavo were in Texas, Houston, Texas, and they were the guest of Jay Prince's son, Jay Prince Jr., at a billiards venue. And something popped off. Don't know exactly what popped off, but something popped off to the point where they've arrested this somebody. It popped off to the point where they pulled out guns and started shooting. Not only did they kill Takeoff, but they shot a couple of other participants there. One young lady I do remember was shot in the head. So Takeoff's mom is suing the venue because apparently the people that had guns were of Jay Prince's crowd, and really the venue shouldn't have allowed anybody with weapons in there. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if she'll get any justice from that. We are going to continue to peruse. Donald Trump has been indicted for mishandling classified documents. You remember this started probably around the first of the year, where they reported that there was a raid on Mar-a-Lago, the hotel resort in which he currently resides. Apparently, they found some documents. However, what we found out is that they had asked him several times about the documents. He told the authorities that are supposed to handle those classified documents and any of those documents from each president that he had either turned those documents in or there were no more classified documents. Apparently somebody snitched, and they went over to Mar-a-Lago and they found boxes upon boxes of documents. This indictment that he has is about 30, I think there's 31 to 38 indictments that he has. Also, what's interesting is that the law that he is being indicted on, he signed it into law. his first year in office back in 2016, 2017? Because he did that because he wanted to some way indict the Clintons, because I think the Clintons at one point had some documents that they weren't supposed to have, but that they eventually turned over. And it's just like this. Give them folks back their stuff. Give them folks back their stuff. I do understand that you may have a couple of documents or two, but for you to have the vast amount of documents that they had, and they knew what you had because they didn't have those documents. So it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. And former President Donald Trump has been indicted. Let's see. So they had the memorial for DC Young Fly's partner, Jackie O. I heard that you could stream it, or if you wanted to see it, you can stream it on YouTube. I heard that it was a lovely service. They put her away nicely. You know, he was getting a lot of slack because a video came out of them dogging people with body issues or anything like that, particularly those that they had a stomach or any. It was a whole bunch of issues, and I don't know if that would have been a video. And it's his YouTube channel, his website is something. I don't know if that would have been a video that I would have put out. We would have skipped a week for that, but I mean, that's what he is. He's a comedian, so it just seemed a little insensitive at this time. Let's see, when did this happen? A few days ago, Devon Franklin was on The Breakfast Club, and they asked him about what he felt about Megan Good dating Jonathan Majors. And I'm like, he answered appropriately. I think he answered appropriately. He said he didn't, basically, I don't feel no kind of ways, and if I did, they just feelings and they'll pass, whatever. But that moves us into the next subject that looks like Megan Good and Jonathan Majors are still going strong. Apparently, they were cited in Los Angeles buying rugs. I personally think what's happening is you see them. I don't know if they're dating or not, and I'm not going to speculate if they are or not. I've done other videos doing speculating, but I suspect that Jonathan is making a move to Los Angeles. He is leaving New York. Regardless of what happens with this case, I think he's going to leave New York and move to Los Angeles. I think he is going to try to restart his career in Los Angeles. Because like I said, he's a theater kid. He loves the theater. He loves all of those different things. But this case, and mind you, it comes up Tuesday, that the court hearing would happen. So it's just depending on what the judge says. I suspect they're going to go to trial. I just do. I suspect that they're just going to go to trial. I just really do suspect that they're going to go to trial, and the prosecution is going to lay out their case when they go out to trial. However, I think with all of this going on, and you remember that there were tweets about from two directors who direct in the theater world. I think from all of this, I think he has burned his bridges within the theater community for right now, and he's probably going to just pass his bets on a movie career, and the best place that he can do that will be Los Angeles. I think Megan is assisting him with moving to Los Angeles, helping him she probably helped him find a place. He probably has a place that he's living in, and he's now trying to furnish that place. Don't know if he still has that place in New York or not. He probably does. He may have broken his lease or whatever. I'm not really sure. I'm not even sure if he was buying the place or not. But I just suspect that that's what's happening. But y'all let me know what y'all think about what's happening. But yeah, I think that they tried to bait Devon in saying something, and it didn't work. He answered appropriately. And lastly, let's see what else we got on the blogs. Let's go over to the Neighborhood Talk real quick. I get some information from them. Here we go. See what they got going on. Nothing major over here. No more than Real Housewives of Atlanta news. Nothing to write home about. I see Tabitha Brown is back in the news about her husband. You remember last year? Or was it the year before? It was last year or it was the year before. You remember when Tabitha started getting really, really big, and it was really through the pandemic, and there was she had some sort of a party for her husband. Her husband worked was a police officer for the Los Angeles County Police Department or the Sheriff's Department, and because she was doing so well, and she's making a decent salary, so she must be making in the millions, she retired her husband. And you remember that Wendy Williams had a little issue about that, saying that, you know, men are supposed to be working and you shouldn't do this and everything like that. You're taking care of a man. And you remember Tabitha had some words for Wendy Williams at that time. And then everybody was like, well, she should listen to Wendy because Wendy is just speaking facts and all this other stuff. But then you see Wendy's life has apparently gone downhill. She may not know what she was talking about because she took care of her man, and she was taking care of her man and her man's girlfriend and their baby. So anyway, all of that to say is she's in the news again, and here's the headline from the Neighborhood Talk. Oop, Tabitha Brown says she doesn't trust women around her husband. I know my husband's fine. So basically, it happens. You know, now they are people of means, and they just were talking about how when they have friends. Now, just to be fair, Chance spoke, and he says that, you know, we have friends, you know, he says, I have friends of the opposite sex, but they are our friends. And the same that Tabitha says, we have friends of the opposite sex, but they are their friends as a couple. There's no one saying that, oh, I'm just Tab's friend. A man saying, oh, I'm just Tabitha's friend. Or a woman saying that I'm just Chance's friend. Basically, what they're saying is, if you're going to be friends, you're going to be friends to both of us. And there's not going to be any reason for you to be calling both. When you call, we all going to get on the phone. We all going to talk. You know, it's going to be a speaker type situation. You know, we're not going to have this friend. And to me, those are just healthy boundaries. You have to respect that. That's a healthy boundary. If that's a boundary that they have set as a couple, we have to comply with it. All right, people. That's all I got. That's all I got in the news, child. You know, you can tell that I'm in a new location, but my location will change back pretty soon. But I still wanted to give you all some great videos. All right, people. We do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I am on a quest for 1,000 subscribers. So tell your friend, tell your family, tell your coworkers. Hell, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos, all right? And as always, people, bye-bye.